جايين من كل مكان للصويرة زينة البلدان زوروا ونرجع فرحان كالظبيل وللهيلولة حوض السلاح وثوم حيلة نضربوا شوفار هاد الليلة.
Shalom ubracha. I pray to Hashem to give you, to all of you, bracha v'tzlacha and briut v'et Hashem. My friend, at the end of this parasha of Lech Lecha, there is something unusual, something very, very important, that Torah tells us how Abraham Avinu alav Hashem, after a long time that has no children, at the end Hashem, he promised him that he will have a baby boy, and he will name him Yitzhak. And then Hashem, he asked Abraham to do Brit Milah, to do the Brit Milah, the bris. And as you know, Abraham was a very old man, and his wife, she was a very, very old lady, and suddenly, after that promise, so Hashem, he gave him a baby, Yitzhak. So, at the end of this parasha, we talk about the Brit Milah. There is a midrash who said that Abraham Avinu, he had a problem. To do it, not to do it. And the midrash said that Abraham Avinu, he has three good friends. Anar, Eshkol, and Mamre. Three friends. And he asked them, what do you think? Should I do it or not? So one of them told him, you're an old man, if you do it, maybe you will die, you will have a hemorrhage. You're an old man. How can you, maybe you will not, the blood will not stop coming out from your body, then you will be empty from the blood, you die. The other friend said, you have, you fight a lot of people who are idolat. And there is a lot of people who hate you, they don't like you. You have a lot of enemies. Maybe when they hear that you are ill, maybe they will come and kill you. So don't do it. And then he asked Mamre, Anar, Eshkol, and Mamre. Anar and Eshkol, I told you what the answer. And Mamre said, look, what do you ask? You know who is Hashem. Hashem, he protects you from the hand of Nimrod when he threw you on the fire. You fight it 4 big kings, and you win the war, and you killed all your enemies. And Baruch Hashem, up to now, twice in your life, they kidnapped your wife, Paro and Abimelech. And Baruch Hashem, Hashem protect your wife from their hand. Always Hashem protected you. So if Hashem tell you now to do the Brit Milah, you ask, of course you have to do it. Of course you have to do it. So Hashem was very, very happy for the answer of Mamre. And Hashem, he blessed Mamre. He blessed Mamre. Because he gave a good advice to Abraham Avinu. So the question is, do Abraham Avinu need to ask Anar, Eshkol, Mamre, if he do the Brit Milah or not? He didn't. Hashem ordered him. Hashem told him, you do the Brit Milah. It's an order from Hashem. Up to now we know, whatever Hashem tested Abraham, he stands still with all the tests that he has been tested. Whatever Hashem asked from Abraham did. And do you think he will not do that? When Hashem said to Abraham, take Yitzhak and sacrifice him, did he ask his friend? He asked nobody. He told to nobody, even to his wife. He went. He took Yitzhak and he went to sacrifice him. And for the Brit Milah, Abraham, God forbid, Shalom, he doubt to do it or not to do it. So he has to ask his friend, do I do it or not? I mean, it's incredible. It's something that I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand Abraham Avinu. What the reason that he asked? What about if Mamre would advise him not to do it like the other two friends? He will listen. My friend, Abraham Avinu, alav shalom, he was a big tzaddik, of course. If he asked his friends, it's only there is a reason. I would like to tell you something. Abraham Avinu, he was so close to Hashem. He loved so much Hashem. He wanted to show people how much he loved Hashem. When Abraham Avinu he asked an advice from his friends, Abraham Avinu did not ask advice to listen to them or not to listen to them. What they can advise him. I ask you something. Just imagine if I know the numbers of the lotto. Would I ask somebody? Would I fill the form of the lotto? If I know that if I do the lotto, I will win $1 billion. Do you think I will ask somebody? Would I do it or not? Of course not. I will be crazy to ask somebody. Just imagine if I ask somebody that somebody would tell me, you're crazy. You think you're gonna win the lotto? What lotto? Especially you have no money. You have to sell your clothes to buy a lot. It's a big risk. You're crazy. Don't sell it. Don't sell your house or your clothes to buy the lotto. I mean, Abraham Avinu alav shalom. It's a message that he wanted to send to the whole world. That whatever Hashem will ask me, I will do. What he asked Abraham, it's not he asked what it is their advice, what it is, what can he do. Abraham Avinu, he made up already his mind. He was waiting all his life, the day that Hashem would ask him to do the Brit Milah. He was waiting. He was counting the days, the months, the weeks, the years, when Hashem will ask him, do the Brit Milah. Now that Hashem told him, do the Brit Milah, he will refuse. He will ask to do it or not to do it. No. Abraham Avinu he wanted to show them that how much he loves Hashem, that even that he's old man, even that he has a lot of enemies, that because Hashem asked him to do it, so he want to do it. He want to do it. He wanted them to know how much he loved Hashem. And the proof is, once that he asked them, you see, he didn't listen to them. He didn't listen to nobody. He did the Brit Milah. It was very important for Abraham that his friends should know what Hashem is asking from him. Don't forget, he was an old man. Don't forget, he was an old man. And don't forget, an old man to do the Brit Milah, and he told people, after the Brit Milah, my wife, she will have a baby boy. Who will believe him? It's something very hard to believe. And Abraham Avinu, that was the message. Look what Hashem asked me to do. I'm going to do. I know that a lot of people, they will think I am crazy to do it and to think that my wife, that she's old now and I am old, that we'll have a baby. I know that no one will believe me, but just watch out. Look what I'm going to do. I'm not afraid of nobody. and I will do it. And I believe that Hashem will give me a baby boy after the Brit Milah. And from that baby boy, Hashem will build the Jewish nation. That was the message of Abraham Avinu alav shalom. My friend, in a few weeks, it's the year, the 11th month of my mother. My mother, she did a big sacrifice when she decided one day with my father to send me to the yeshiva. I was 8 years old. 8 years old. A baby. Don't think it was easy for her. That was a sacrifice. And in those moments, when you go to the yeshiva, there was no plane, only by train. Anyone who go to France, they send me to France, to the yeshiva. I arrived there. I had no notion of weeks, months, years. I was there from the age of 2 years to the age of 10 years in one yeshiva in Morocco, and then from the age of 10 to 13, my bar mitzvah in France, and then she came and she took me to Sandaland Yeshiva. That was my gift of birthday, the gift of the bar mitzvah to take me to another yeshiva. No clothes, no money, nothing. That was a big sacrifice that she did. How much I have to thank my mother for what she did for me. At the beginning, I was a little bit upset. Why my father did that? Why my mother did that? Today, Baruch Hashem, I say thank you to Hashem. That's all. And I say thank you to Hashem. They accepted to listen to them. Today I see people, they don't listen to their parents. They decide their life. I was brought up not to decide my life. My parents, whatever they decided for me, I did it. Hashem said to Abraham, get out, do that, he did. My parents, whatever they told me to do, I did. I never said no to my parents. Never. Never. My friend, my mother, she gave me a beautiful gift. The Torah. In my life, I had a big Yitzhara. Maybe I have to stop. Maybe I have to go to work. In my life, I went to work. I didn't want to be a rabbi. Then Hashem, he pushed me. I had a lot of tests in my life. To go right, to go left. And then Hashem, he helped me with my decision. And how much I have to say thank you to my parents, what they did for me. You know, my friend, usually today, when you do a bar mitzvah to your children, they expect a gift, money, and a nice party. You know, Abraham Fried, you know, there is a lot of big singer. In my bar mitzvah, no singer. Even minyan, only 10 people. They were my bar mitzvah. No watch, no gift, nothing. And I didn't say nothing to my parents. I said nothing. Today, The world has changed. My friend, I have to tell you this. What the gift that I received from my parents for the Bar Mitzvah? A trip to the yeshiva again, another 4 years. In 7 years, I only saw my father 1 or 2 times. That's it. That was a big sacrifice. For a Jew to do that kind of a sacrifice, only when he believes in Hashem. My friend, Avraham Avinu alav shalom is a big teacher of Emunah. Avraham Avinu alav shalom teaches us how much we have to go blind behind Hashem. Whatever Hashem said, you have to do it. Avraham Avinu, he wants to show the whole world that he's not afraid from his enemies. He's not afraid if he has a hemorrhage. If Hashem asks him to do the Brit Milah, that's it. He will not listen to nobody. He just asks them to show them after, I'm not listening to you. And this is something that we have to learn from him. This is the way how the parasha ends. The parasha starts, Lech Lecha, go lehana'atcha utovatcha. Go from your home, from your city, from your country, to the place that I will show you. Lech Lecha. Go for your own good. Lech Lecha, the calculation of Lech Lecha, Lech Lecha, Lamed, it's 30, Chav, it's 20, Lecha, again, 30 and 20, altogether it's 100. Lech Lecha, 100. What the commentary said, I think it's Baal Torim, Rashi as well, he said, Hashem, he gave him a message, a good news. By listening to me, and you go now from this place, when you will be the age of 100, you will have a baby. That was the beginning of the parasha. We ended the parasha with the Brit Milah, and after Abraham Avinu had 99-year-old, and the same year he had a baby Yitzhak when he was 100 years. That's what Hashem said. You listen to me, you will have only good things that will come up to you. But listen to me. You see, my friend, when you listen to Hashem, nothing bad could happen to you, only good things. My friend, I wish you, all of you, happiness, bracha v'atzlacha. I would like to ask you something. You know, one day I want to see the chief rabbi of France, Rab Yosef Sitruk alav shalom. May his soul rest in peace. He had a stroke, and he was in the coma for a few weeks. And they used to go to see him in the hospital from time to time in Paris. One Saturday night, I went to the hospital with my son, Rabbi Raphael, and I took the baston, the stick of my grandfather, Rabbi Chaim Pinto. When we arrived there, they told us we are not allowed to go to his room with the baston. So I said, this stick of my grandfather is very holy. Please, let us get in with this. Maybe he will open his eyes. And his son of Rav Yosef Sitruk, Rabbi Yaakov Sitruk, he was with us. And we went to the room. And the Rav Sitruk, alav shalom, he was lying in bed, in the coma. His eyes closed, doesn't move, nothing. We have Emunah. That was Saturday night. It was in the winter. I took the stick of my grandfather. It's, and I put it in the head of Rav Sitruk. And we said, Hashem, show that you can do things. Please, do a miracle. After 2 months that he is in the coma, that he will open his eyes. At that moment, all France know that story. At that moment, Rabbi Yosef Sitruk opened his eyes. His son, Rabbi Yaakov Sitruk, who was there with me, was shocked. We were shocked. When you have emunah, when you have conviction, Hashem help. All the miracles, any Jew can do miracles. Any person can do miracles. Just with conviction, faith on Hashem. And that's what happened. He opened his eyes. And Baruch Hashem, he woke up, and a few months later, he was good, healthy, and but fortunately, he passed away few years ago, on the 26th of Elul, after the Hilul of Rabbi Chaim Pinto. May his soul rest in peace. Our heritage is Emunah, and we had this heritage of Emunah from Abraham Avinu. He was the boss of the boss of Emunah. His instruction to his children and to his family to believe in Hashem with no condition. There is only Hashem. And Hashem, you don't see him. He has no limit. If you say Hashem, that means he is limited. But because he is illimited, you cannot see him. But only after death, after 120 years, we can see him. But up to now, it's our duty just to serve Hashem. God bless you. Take care.